peekaboo, I see you. Welcome to How Do We Human? It's the podcast where we overanalyze all the weird and uncomfortable micro moments in life. I'm one of your hosts, Evan Cox.
I'm one of your hosts, Chris Binning.
Oh, and today, where are we? You don't know. We're hiding.
Come find us.
I'm recording from under the sink. Before we get found.
Yeah.
Chris,
Yes.
how you doing?
Well, now I'm just thinking about more lyrics for Under the Sink. A lot of them kind of still work.
Still kind of works, yeah.
Still better down where it's
better
wetter.
Down where it's wetter.
Yeah, take it from me.
Take it from me. I'm a plumber.
Take it from Mink. Under the Sink. Anyway. Take it from Mink. Kelly. Anyway. Hey, you guys remember an episode from 10 months ago when we were talking about a mobile game that I play?
Yeah.
Talking about King's Choice. I, in that episode, declared that I had been invited into the most powerful alliance in the game. That was not quite true, as I later came to discover. I was in the most powerful alliance on our server.
Ooh.
And a month or two ago, they had to merge the servers.
What the fuck?
Not all of them. They just, like, a couple servers, they took two servers, made them into one. Yeah. It was a very moving ceremony in which two servers united as one. But that meant a bunch of new players entered my life.
Oh no.
And some players liked to use the chat function of games a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
And this person, out of the blue, who I had never interacted with, sent me a friend request, whatever. I'll approve friend requests all day long because most people weren't using the chat. But now with this new server, people were using the chat. So I had approved this friend request, and then I get a message in the chat. It says hi and nothing else. I want to be friendly.
Ominous.
So I say hello. Then it's, how are you, sir? Good, how are you? I'm okay, just layin' and playin', LOL. I don't know what we're doing here, but I don't want to be. I'm not ready. I don't want to be friends, but I also don't want to be enemies. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. So I said, nice, LOL. He comes back and he says,
no.
Some say I'm too old to play games, LOL. This is where I feel comfortable stopping and becoming a ghost. So I stop responding. On this game, though, there's no way to turn off when you are or not active. So the next time he sees that I'm online, hey, man. All right.
Holy
so I'm like, hey, what's up? He says nothing, just me. LOL. Layin' and playin', man. LOL. How's it hanging, man?
Oh, God.
And I went, good. You? And he said, hanging a little to the left, LOL.
What the fuck?
I'm ready to ghost again. So I stopped responding. Then the next day he sees me online, and he just sends a message immediately. No more, hey, what's going on, laying and playing, none of that. It's just
the classics.
The classic. He's no playing the hits. We get into the new stuff.
No, people say I'm too old for this.
He says just straight up, it's really hard making friends on this game. Okay, well, now I feel a little bad, but I still don't want to be your friend. So the way that I respond is, yeah, a lot of people, especially from our server, barely used the social/chat feature of the game, so we're mostly pretty quiet, but most everybody's still pretty nice, so I'm sure you'll keep making friends. So, like, hey, it'll be okay, just not with me.
Yeah, keep trying.
Then he responded, hope so. That's part of the fun of games. Chatting and making friends with guys. This is an important element, because then in the global like server chat, he had posted something like, why aren't the men playing the game? I feel like I'm the odd one out. And because there are a lot of women that play this game as well.
Okay.
And so one of them responded and was like, oh, they play the game, they just like don't chat much, like they're just quieter. And then the next day, he sent me a message, hey there, mister ... and I never responded.
There you go.
And he hasn't sent me a message in, let's see, a month. So I think,
wow,
I think it's good.
Yep, until he shows up at your apartment.
Yeah.
Says, hey there, mister.
Yeah, hey there, mister. I need to use your couch because I gotta lay and play. Evan,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's good.
The whole server merge, but especially that interaction has made me really cut back on playing that game.
I bet.
Now I play a different game.
Ooh.
I still play that one every like day, but not as much as I used to. But now I spend most of my time playing the mobile game Disney Heroes Battle Mode.
There you go.
So I'm living it up, Big Willie style.
On. Definitely.
Yeah. Evan, how you doing?
Okay, I wish I'd gone first. So that's a much better. I don't even have a story. That took the cake. But I will tell this story. Like I said, this is from when I was in Washington. So sue me again.
When I was in Washington.
All day long, I drove in my car, looking at the trees and stuff. I wouldn't have to work. So while we were there, Jocelyn and I stopped at a little breakfast spot in Olympia, Washington, the capital. And it was very, very good. I think it was called Hash or The Hash. But it was awesome. That's it. Nah, I'm kidding. That would be funny, though. It might as well be. Basically, what did I order? I ordered country fried steak. Love a good country fried steak here and there. And it came with, as the name suggests, a hash. A potato hash.
Right.
You know, like kind of thick cut potatoes, some red bell peppers chopped up in there, etc. So I get my plate. It's sitting in front of me. And I'm like, oh boy, Oberto, I'm going to put some ketchup on my hash. That's what you got to do. Potatoes and ketchup. Match made in heaven. That's what I call a hash match. So I started eating and remember that there was another ingredient listed on the menu that I'd forgotten about completely. And that was baked apples, which in this case looked a
Ew.
lot like potatoes. I had smothered my baked apples in ketchup. And it's definitely one of those, like, there's no reason that should taste bad. Those are
Okay.
both delightful things. I can't actually think of a reason that would taste bad together. But it was a real turn off. The first time I picked up one of those baked apples covered in ketchup. I was like, I've made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
I got rid of what ketchup I
So
could
did you
on
get
there, and
hash separately after
it was all
the
that was the
baked apples had
problem.
arrived, or
Is it was all to get, so I got ketchup on the hash. It's just that I
all
had
one pile?
yes, not like the apples were a part of the hash, but they were right next
Right.
to them and looked exactly like the potatoes looked.
They had almost been
Which,
mashed up.
which then also reminded me, and I need to look this up. I don't know if this is true. I might be spitting out falsities. I always told it as a truth because I heard it once, which means it's true.
Yeah.
Particularly because I heard it, like, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. That's when all the truths
That's
were
when all
said.
information was true, yeah.
And then the true
Everything
things
since
stopped
then's
happening.
been lying. Yeah.
When I was 13, was that McDonald's apple pies were made with potato, not apples.
What?
So they baked apples and then covered them in, like, apple-y cinnamon sugar. I'll look it up.
I refuse to believe that that's true.
That's one of the things. It's like, I've always heard that, thought it was true, and told other people it was true. And then you reach a certain age where you're like, that can't be true.
That can't be true.
Let's see. McDonald's apple pie made with potato. Okay, here's a Quora. Not that I can trust. So this says back in the 70s, McDonald's did use potatoes because it was cheaper. Then labeling laws changed, requiring them to label all. Yeah. So I guess no, but kind of.
But kind of, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's funny how, like, I just accepted that as fact for so long, and then, like, really thinking about it, it's like they can look similar, but those textures couldn't be more different.
It does. I mean, without seeing the plate, just in my mind, it seems like it would be tough. I guess since you forgot apples were coming at all, like
Yeah.
that, I guess I can understand why you just assume that they're all one thing, but it seems hard to have them look so similar that this
Be
must just all be one big
surprised.
food.
I will make 2 plates. One of baked apples and one of baked potatoes. Baked potatoes? just like a stack of baked potatoes.
Yeah, just a stack of baked potatoes
See
in foil.
if you can tell the difference.
Yeah. Which one are you gonna put ketchup on?
Yeah. Like a blind taste test, but with eyes.
Yes.
Eyes are things that can show in the dark when you're trying to hide from someone. Segue. In a cartoon, at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Eyes can definitely be something that show up on an otherwise dark cartoon screen.
Mm-hmm. Sight? The eyes have it. Not all of them.
They do.
1 for me. 2 for you. Or no, maybe I'm thinking of two for me, none for you. The old Twix.
The old Twix.
Uh, yeah.
You
Anyways.
you said in the last episode
Mhm.
that you had a lot to say about hiding.
I did.
Do you
Do
still?
I though? I'm not sure. Here's
Yeah.
here's the thing I ran into. I still can't figure out why. But every time I came up with a good story that's like, oh yeah, that's a perfect story, I told it already. I'm like, but we haven't done
Mhm.
this episode. What episode did we do that made me tell all these
Sure.
stories about hiding?
I
I
don't
still
know.
have shit to talk about, but just saying, less than I thought. I will start with something. This is important. We're already 16 minutes in, and we haven't really talked about hiding at all. So I'm just gonna plant a flag right now and let people know this is probably just gonna be a silly episode. I don't
Webster's
know.
Dictionary defines hiding as
Even better than that. I also, just to say right there, I know some of our listeners have children. If you thought, hey, hiding, that's a safe episode for kids, it's not, because of where I'm going to go right now. So you
oh.
just get that heads up right now. Here's what happened.
Is this like
I
a hide the pickle kind of story, or what are we talking about?
In a sense.
Oh no.
So, like I said forever ago, oftentimes when something like happened, where I'm like, we got to do this, and then I'm like, I told all my stories already. I'll do a quick, like, little Google search for just
Okay,
like
yeah.
hiding awkward, you know?
Sure.
Bleh.
What
Is
came
there.
up first? Was it Anne Frank?
So awkward. Because of her teen years. No, that's not what came up. It was half dogs hiding and half all about hiding erections. I'm like, why are there so many?
Oh.
Why am I getting so many articles about how to hide an erection? And it, you better believe I clicked a link or two because I'm like,
Yeah,
all
or
right, who are
two.
these people? What is this? Because these are what the hell? And it led me
It
to a
is yeah.
subreddit that is our big dick problems, which I'm having a really good time looking at. And I want to read. Here's a good example for just like an average post from what I can tell.
Okay.
All these
Hit me with the
9-inch
scripture.
flares outright lying. So on Reddit, if you don't spend time there, next to your name, you can have a little flare. And in different
Okay.
subreddits, it'll be like, if it's football, you can pick your favorite football player. I guess in big dick problems, your flare is your dick size. So this
Okay.
person whose flare is 8.6 by 6 says all these, and hey, maybe that's where that comes from. He's an 8.6. He's not quite there yet. All these 9-inch flares outright lying. Yes, there are a very tiny amount of guys here who actually have them with measured pics, but there's so many fucking liars with no pics and dicks that look under 7 inches claiming it that I can't post here anymore. It's a big fake brag LARP sub.
Okay. Okay.
I just, I don't know. That's all there is. I'm just letting everyone know I found this.
So it's anybody that posts has to be a 9 or above. Is that what is being
No,
implied here?
he's
Oh.
just implying that a lot of people are saying there's are 9 inches, and he's calling them out because they won't post pictures.
Okay.
These are the places when you start Googling a word with the word awkward. These are the places you end up.
Sure. The podcast brought you here. This was for research.
This was for research. And I like what I found.
It is
And
wild that there would be so many articles about how to deal with that, because it seems so self-explanatory, I guess.
yeah. In my
Like if
mind, I'm
you
like,
don't know
this
how to do it, like it's on
ain't,
you.
ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Yeah.
Now, it seems very much like a teen years problem.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
being in school, It's the like,
Yeah.
oh no, someone called on me and they want me to stand up. But this episode's not boners. Should we do an episode?
Oof.
Probably
I
not.
don't know about that. What I do want to know, though, is since you looked at so many articles, what were they all?
I haven't.
Did
Yeah,
they
I
give
didn't look.
multiple options? I guess is
Oh,
my question.
I just
Of
got.
like, here are all the things you could do. Like, here's Watch Mojo's top 10 ways to hide your erection. Like, is it that, or is it just
so
tuck it in your
awkward.
waistband, you dummy? Like, what do we got here?
I've got 3. This is a WikiHow.
Okay.
3.
Oh, good. So there
ways.
must be pictures.
Oh, there are animations.
Animation.
Wear tighter underwear. Instead of wearing loose-fitting boxers that makes an erection visible and obvious, you should consider wearing tighter underwear like briefs or boxer briefs that can hold down your erection and make it less obvious. Avoid wearing soft silk underwear because they can rub against your penis. Okay, enough. Enough. Cover your crotch area with a large object. Animation just has someone putting like a laptop bag in front of their pants. Cover your erections with a long shirt. That's clever. Tie a hoodie or sweater around your waist. All right. Oh, that was all one method.
Okay.
The way they worded this is unpleasant, but basically what you said, but they call it pinning erections to your body.
Okay.
Oh, and then method 3 is getting rid of it. Flex your thighs to draw blood away from it. Put something cold on it. Urinate. Exercise. Go somewhere secluded until it goes away. And then concentrate on something non-sexual, which is just basically a picture of me with a Rubik's Cube. You can pinch yourself. You can and the last one is the obvious out, but probably not something you would do at home. It says not to do that in public.
Sure, yeah.
This was a wild ride. I'll leave it there. I'll stop talking about penises. I was just overjoyed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our big dick problems.
You're overstimulated over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's another method. Podcasting. Your bottom half will be hidden. You got a big mic to hide behind if you need it.
Yeah, big mic energy.
Oh, yeah. So like I said, we've done this episode before. I don't know why I know all this.
I can't imagine where something like this would have come up, but I guess
hiding,
it would depend on the stories that you're... Yeah, I know.
We're done with the other part. I know we are both similar in, say, a hide-and-seek scenario where it's like hiding is very important to me. I'm not satisfied with like... I'm just gonna go behind something. No, I want to blow people's minds. Like, I know
I want to never be found.
I want to never be found. That's not the game we're playing. I want
my friends to just give up on the game and have fun without me while I continue to shelter in place.
They give up and they go inside to play like GameCube or something, and then when they plug in a controller, you unfold because you are the GameCube. You
Yeah.
just painted yourself purple and got into a box.
That's the sound I would make unfolding.
It's a pretty good one.
Thanks.
Yeah, so I know, yeah, we're similar in that way. It was I don't know, kind of an obsession with me, but the problem now I'm having, kiddos. You got the niece and the nephew and the other niece that's not old enough to play hide and seek. But playing hide and seek with kids, you can't do that. You'll upset the
Right.
kids. They have
You
to
have to-
find you.
Yes.
I have to curb my abilities.
Yeah, they have to find you, and when you're the seeker, you can't find them.
It's got to take me a
You-
while.
Yeah, you've got to walk into the room, see them, and be like, "Oh, where are they?
Give a big disappointed sigh.
Guess they're not in here."
Must be in another room. And just loudly start like pointing out really good hiding spots they could have been in. Like, oh, nope, they didn't go behind the curtain and like sit on top of the window where no one would see their feet. Too smart. Maybe next time. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, similarly, this is not hiding, but I was playing what do you call it? I Spy with my niece. We were my sister was driving and we were in the car together. And I did one and it was like no one could get it. And I'm like, oh man, I went too hard. I forget what I chose. But I was like, dang.
Too good at espionage.
Gotta bring it down. I am.
What was
I
it that
enjoy.
you espied? And
I can't
how
remember.
was it described?
Well, it's just with
I spy
don't
something borrowed?
Isn't it always a color? Don't you say I spy something blue?
I think it's typically a color, yeah.
Yeah, so I said I spy something gray, I think. And it was the road.
And
which
it was
not
the
something they were looking
socio-political divide in America.
I was like, I went too highbrow here. I gotta bring it down. There are some very, very funny pictures my sister took of my dad playing hide and seek with the kids. And he's just like, you stand still, like just stiff as a board. And it's just like his top half is hidden by tree branches and you just see his legs and arms just standing there, and him like standing behind a wall of a house, like an entire house, just with his face against the wall. So with the logic of if you can't see them, they can't see you.
Right, of course.
It makes me laugh a lot. They're very funny pictures. But yeah, you hiding anything these days?
Just some skeletons in the closet. It's almost October. I can almost bring them out.
Yeah, the one time a year nobody cares.
Yeah, you can put all the skeletons in your closet on full display. And everybody goes, so festive.
Oh, good job.
Good job. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much cause to play hide and seek. I don't have young
Isn't that a shame?
relatives. The closest to hiding that I do in my everyday life is sometimes when, and we know that this is a big pet peeve of mine, when a coworker has decided not to do their full responsibility, so that now management has to find someone else to do it. That's when I'm good at hiding.
That's a whole thing, yeah.
When supervisors are searching for you. And to be fair, I only do it on occasion. Sometimes I'm like Arnold Schwarzenegger style, like, I'm right here. Come on, do it. What are you waiting for?
Me.
Kill me.
Just watched Predator the other day. Not for the first time,
It's
but
delightful.
I love Predator.
I love Predator.
Hey, I love the guy. He's one ugly
He's-
motherfucker.
Oh, the way he makes people get to the chopper.
Yeah,
Um.
it's great.
Anyway, sometimes I'm here to work, so it's okay. But when
Yeah,
it's the same people who pull bullshit every time
yeah.
to get somebody to cover their work, that's when I disappear.
No, it's a like. I mean, I guess literally just like our jobs. I guess not mine now that I just completely work from home. I don't have to hide from
Yeah,
anyone. It's much easier to hide from work when you
sure.
work from home, especially with cell phones. I could just be like at the Grove, be like, "Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
doing something." Not that I do,
Right.
but like when the office was open, hiding from management, hiding from coworkers you don't want to talk to,
Yep.
etc. But then also with both of our more service leading backgrounds, hiding from customers.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I would get in those places like you, mostly if I worked a morning shift and it was like an hour after I got there. Then I was in peak customer service mode. I'm like, people are coming in, I'm here to work, I'm here to help. What do
Yeah.
you need? I'm your guy. But man, end of the day or a night shift, especially end of the night when we're about to close and people suck. It's like, I'm a master of these aisles. And I know how to get from point
Yes.
A to point B and make it to either the office or the stock room where the doors lock and nobody can get me. uh,
Yeah, when I worked at IKEA, I was taking one piece of cardboard back to the cardboard baler at a time. Take one piece of it, toss it in there,
Every time, oh,
walk
dang, another
back.
one.
Yeah.
I
Oh
thought I was
man,
done.
how am I
Jeez,
gonna
well,
get this done?
this is going to be a long
Um,
day.
yeah. And in the cases, in some cases, it's not even so much that you have to have the best hiding spot as
Sure.
much as it's like you just can't be found first. It's
Yes.
like when the saying where like, oh, I don't have to outrun the bear, I have to outrun
Yes.
you. It's that
Yeah.
kind of mentality of like, I don't have to uh you know hide so well from management, I just have to hide better than you.
Yeah.
And almost every time I do.
I have. I'm now remembering. Time has passed confessions. There were times I legitimately hid at Walgreens. Just full on was like, I'm not going to work for the next few hours. There's enough people here, the crossover's there, nothing needs to get done. All there is customer service and doing the register. There's enough other people to cover that. I'll get photo calls if someone calls for me. But we had a big stack, two different places. One, we had a big stack of what you call the paper goods, or toilet paper, paper towels, and
Hmm.
tissue boxes, and they come in big old boxes full of those things.
Right.
And so they would be stacked in like a tower formation in the corner, and I was the one in charge of keeping that stack organized, keeping those paper products filled when they needed to be.
That
So
was
as the
you in
one
the
in
corner.
charge, it became me in the corner because I would just move boxes out of the way, make myself a little hovel,
Yeah.
and then just make the outside look like it's still a normal just stack of boxes, and just sit back there on my phone.
Yeah.
It was
Love
awesome.
it. Yeah,
It
of
was the
course.
fucking best. And then we also had like tall, what do you call them? Shelves, I guess, shelving units where you would put boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Paper goods, and alcohol over there. That was my job. Uh, And there was a certain point where I had to climb up to the very top one, and up there I realized, like, I am out of view of the cameras, I am out of view of everything, no one will ever look up here. I'm just gonna lay down for a bit. I think I rested my eyes.
Yeah, good for you.
It's I still just get a tickle out of it. This is how much I enjoy hiding. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It kind of coincides. Not that I think that this is where that this would be the past episode that this would have come up, but
Ooh, maybe.
it coincides a little bit with our love of lying.
Yeah,
Just kind of the thrill of a harmless hide. A little light
yeah.
hide is
It's
what
like,
we love.
I think because both of us, and people will say we're not because of this, but I would say on a general level, we are two fairly harmless people. We don't do a lot of uh, particularly egregious things.
Yeah,
So I
we're
think it's a
typically rule
rarity.
followers.
Yeah, it's a rarity to just find that little pocket of your life. Like, yeah, me taking candy bars from grocery stores. That's different. I just have a problem there. I got to stop that. I haven't done it in a long time. Anyways, but yeah, it's just a little thrill, a little like, ooh,
Yeah,
this feels nice. I got away with something.
yeah,
It's nice to get
right.
away with something. I
Yeah, it's like
didn't
a
push those barriers or boundaries when I was a kid, which I think is what a lot of kids do. Toddlers, really
sure. Yeah,
pushing, like, what can I get away with? And I've always
yeah,
been pretty much a rule follower. So, you know, I get my jollies where I can.
yeah. Yeah, I also grew up, I think, mostly as a rule follower. Um, because I always associated these things with like that's what bad people do. And
Yeah,
so it
hiding.
does you do kind of get that like that joy a little bit of like, ooh, I'm being so naughty.
I'm bad.
I'm bad. I'm a bad little boy.
They'll never expect me. I need to close. I've just got a tab open on my computer that says 3 ways to hide an erection. That's.
Make it
I
your
feel like I'm gonna
homepage.
forget about it. Then my girlfriend's gonna come over and be like, "Are you okay?" uh, um, I see now. I don't know if I want to, but here I go. It's a silly, inappropriate episode. I apologize. I'm gonna keep bringing it to inappropriate places, but something came up today, and I realized, oh shit.
Speaking of erections,
Speaking of erections, no,
something came up today.
something came up today. Not yet. Still waiting.
Yeah.
Anyways, um, so this is another form of hiding, and a great example of how good I am at hiding things, and the lengths I will go to do it.
Okay.
So my mom was texting. They're just now like redoing their living room area. They raised the floor. They're going through the closet. They're getting rid of a bunch of shit. And they're finding a bunch of stuff that's mine and my sister's. So she texted me a bunch of pictures like, did you want this? Did you want that? Did you want this? And one of them was a big box of Guitar World magazines, which I used to read pretty much every month. I love that shit. Guitar World. Hey, rock and roll. Again, we're talking my teen years. I was a skateboarder. Do I need to remind you?
No, yeah. Need you remind us?
Need I?
Need I?
So I was again, absolute rule follower. Rule follower until I turned 18. I waited. But when I turned 18, and again, it's like, when did I turn 18? When would that have been? I can't do math. Doesn't really matter, I guess. But it was late enough that it's like, yeah, the internet exists. But I turned 18 and I wanted to buy a porno mag.
Okay.
And so I did. It was very uncomfortable. And then I bought a few more. I enjoyed having them. I won't tell you what I enjoyed about them, but I enjoyed having them. You know,
The articles.
the articles, the credits at the end. Like, oh
The
yeah,
credits.
who
Who
was
was the best boy?
that? Who edited this magazine? Anyways, what I did, I had so many Guitar World magazines, and I was never one to throw anything away. And so there were a couple that the covers had started coming off of. So I just took those staples out, took the covers off, put those magazines aside, wrapped the Guitar World covers around my pornography.
Uh-huh.
And they just side by side, along with all of them, just look like a couple more Guitar Worlds. And when my mom sent me that text, there was definitely a moment of like, wait, they're not still in there, are they? I took those out, right? And I'm not 100% sure. But I'm
You have
pretty
to make
sure
a quick
I did.
drive to
I
Washington.
I told her to throw them away. She's a listener. She'll get here eventually. Or maybe she turned it off when I started talking about erections.
It's a great question. Can you follow up and let us know? Hey,
Yes.
Hey, how long did you listen to the episode about hiding?
When I say hiding, you knew this is where I was going. This is what I had
When
to
I
talk
say
about.
hiding, you say seek.
Hiding.
Seek.
No, you said when you said hiding. I was just saying hiding for shits and giggles.
I hate this episode.
I'm having a great time.
Bullshit.
on a back to just being this podcast on a social level. The big adult version of hiding is hiding from people you don't like. People you don't like, people you don't want to see, which I think is a step beyond the work situation, because that feels, even though you're being paid for it, it feels like less bad. It's like, yeah, no, none of us want to be here. Right. If any of you were as good at hiding as I was, you would also not want to work right now. But just walking around a mall, walking around the street, wherever you're at, and you just see someone and you're just like, I do not like that person. And they are definitely going to want to either be someone that's like, they're going to want to chat with me for a long time, and I don't want that. Or like, we just genuinely don't like each other and I don't want to have an awkward interaction like that. Or if it's just someone that's like out of place. Like if I'm at the movie theater and I'm going to see, I don't know, something good. Some R-rated, to quote our past guest Mary Wynn, Disneyland Fuckfest. I'm going to the movies. I'm going to see a movie called Disneyland Fuckfest.
Yeah.
And then I see like a friend of my mom's or something. I'm absolutely going to hide. I'm going to try to be not seen as much as I possibly can. And I feel like it never works. I feel like you always I feel, maybe that's just in my mind, I feel like the other person always knows that I'm there and then realizes I'm trying to hide from them and then never speaks to me again.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Or they'll talk to, so like in this example, that friend of your mom's is gonna probably tell your mom and be like, I saw Evan at the movie theater and he was hiding from me. He didn't want to he didn't want anything to do with me.
That's true.
So, and I don't what I'll do sometimes is like I'll try and just do a quick like hello, but like make it seem like I'm busy, like, oh, I don't have time to talk. Disneyland Fuckfest is about to start. I can't talk.
I gotta go. I did this once and I did not like the way it made me feel.
Okay.
Because, and the problem I see now, it was the reverse. And the worst part was it was a person I do like. Just there were extraneous circumstances. I'll tell the whole story. Basically, it was the Seattle International Film Festival. When I'm going to that, I'll just go to a bunch of random movies. I forget why we were going to this one. Some relation. I think it was just a locally made short film was playing before a movie. So we watched the short film and then we watched the movie, and the movie was horrible. Like, as bad as a film festival movie can be, and worse than that. It was genuinely fucking terrible, but also, I believe, locally made. And as I was leaving, someone I went to film school with was standing outside, and I did not know if they were involved in any capacity. So I start fucking panicking. I'm like, because I like this person, and if you're not involved with it, and we both just did that, I would love to fucking talk about it, but I don't want to insult you. I didn't see your name in the credits. So the problem was, it was the reverse of what you're talking about. Not like, I've got to go, the movie's about to start. It's the movie just ended. And I'm coming out of the theater and there's you standing there. And so, yeah, my instinct was just like, big ol' handshake. Hey, man, how's it going? Handshake, walk away. And I felt so fucking rude. And I was rude. And that was the last time we ever spoke.
The big handshake, like, I see the thought process.
I don't.
Oh, this is a much more personal, like, thing of like, hey,
I'm acknowledging you.
I am acknowledging you. And I like would normally want to talk to you, but I gotta go. But the fact that you do that and then immediately walk away does feel like it's worse. I see the thought justifying it to be something better, but I think the result is worse.
The result was worse, and I don't know that I can justify it, except just to say that I was so uncomfortable with the thought. I've said it before. I hate, like, I don't even know the word for it, because I love talking about movies, but I hate talking about movies. You know how it goes. Yeah. Movies it's a tough thing. And me in particular, I take movies very personally, and other people do too. And that causes shitty feelings. And so the thought of, like, having to, if it's like, oh, he did work on it, and I have to pretend like, yeah, it was great. Like, that's too, I can't do it. So everything about it just made me anxious. So I'm like, the only thing I could do is run. But yeah, he saw me. There was no running. So handshake was my hide. It's as good as I get now.
Yeah, I think that that's a rough one. It's a bad hide.
Bad hide.
Bad hide.
I'm not proud of that one. But yeah, I don't know. You hiding from people much these days?
No. I don't see that many people that I know these days, so
true.
It doesn't really happen.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It doesn't. I mostly just stay indoors all the time.
Yeah.
Especially because it's so fucking hot out.
I know. This is brutal.
Sprudel, dude.
Sprudel, dude.
Dude?
It's brutal out here. It's brutal. Sprudel. Have we learned anything?
Oh, yeah. Mostly, let's see if I can... Did that work?
It's loading.
What?
I'm just getting the 3 dots going across. Oh, here we go. Now it's up. All right, so Evan has shared his screen in order to help me better understand how to place a laptop bag in front of my crotch should I need to hide. So check out that WikiHow page.
The animations are very funny. Yeah, so we learned that. I think we just learned that don't be like me. Be like Mike or rebound.
Or Rebound. We've still got to watch them both.
I think the thing to learn is more for me at least. I think everybody's different. So, don't just say, "Hey, what Evan says, that's what I have to do." I'm not that influential. But for me, I think the lesson is I need to just say, like, and I need to just chill the fuck out and say an actual hello to people that I see when I know them.
Yeah.
Because it just always ends bad. Even if nothing happens, I've just proven it. I said it out loud. Is if I, like, quote unquote got away with it, I will never believe I got away with it, and I will just assume they're mad at me forever. And that sucks.
It does.
Just say hi to people. It's not that fucking hard.
Just say hi to people.
If you're a little kid, I hope you weren't listening to this.
For a myriad of reasons.
A myriad of reasons. The one thing I do wish you listened to, though, is, like, stop hiding in such obvious spots. Get better at hiding. Get creative. I was pretty creative at a pretty young age, I feel like. Not as young as my niece and nephew. They're younger. So we'll see when they get older, but I'll start getting critical.
Yeah.
I remember, like, contorting my body under the sink. But I did.
Under the sink.
And contorted my body uncomfortably so that I fit behind the pipes. So even if you could even look under the sink and still not see me, technically. Yeah. And it's like, to other people, this is not fun. They're just like, all right, we can't find you. I'm like, that's right, motherfuckers. You never found me. Like, we're not having fun. I'm like, okay. Let's see if I talk to you next time I see you in public.
If you do see us in public, I hope that you acknowledge how great this podcast is, and I hope that you tell us which of the places you listen to it on, whether that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Pocket Casts, howdowehuman.com, anywhere that you get your podcasts, you can listen to episodes of How Do We Human. Woo-woo. You can leave us a review or a rating to help boost us up in those charts.
Shit, yeah.
And allow more people to find us. You can also follow us on social media at How Do We Human on Instagram.
Oh, we got that handle.
On Twitter at How Do We Human Pod.
Ooh, we tweet those tweets.
Facebook at How Do We Human.
I don't think you're ready for that handle.
Or send us an email, howdowehuman pod at gmail.com.
The best part of that handle is that we snatched it up.
Evan, do you have anything else you'd like to plug?
Just one specific thing.
Great.
It's been 1 week since it was a comfortable temperature outside.
True.
It's fucking hot out. Upper 90s today, supposed to get in the hundreds over the weekend. We're recording this on a Thursday. You're hearing it on Monday. What I say makes sense. And, it kind of makes you go, I'm sweaty all the time. I want to take a cold shower because it's fucking hot out. But if you're like me, you're one of those slow into the pool people. Because I don't like the shock. I don't like the shock to the system of jumping in the water. That's horrible. So I don't want to just jump into a cold shower. It's unpleasant. So I'm thinking of a cold shower for wimps, where it's like similar to the way I get into a pool. It's a shower head that starts low and just sprays cold water on your feet. and with a
Mm-hmm.
timer slowly raises until you're ready for all the cold water, and then realistically your shower's done because it's gonna take a while.
Okay.
And for now, hey, it's a long one, but I'm calling it the delayed and well dispersed cold but slow shower. We could try to shorten that up later.
Okay.
The One Plus, I got to assume that handle's available everywhere.
That's true. You can get that handle.
I could try at the delayed and well dispersed cold but slow shower.
Is that, does that acronym spell anything?
Nope. Except Dowd Cubs.
Okay.
So,
So,
if you want to
yeah.
call
All
that
right.
an acronym, yeah, it's an acronym.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris,
Yeah.
what do you got going on?
You know, Evan, I don't know if you know this, but it's fucking hot outside right now. We
You're
are in
kidding.
an excessive heat warning this whole weekend. I believe this is day 2 of what's supposed to be 5 days of
Yeah,
stupid,
misery.
stupid heat.
Yeah.
And sometimes, hey, you may end
Come
up
on.
with a lot of extra sweat in
Yeah.
in some private areas.
Mm,
And
being more
you
discreet
know,
now.
if yeah, you might not be in a situation where you can always have a laptop bag in front
Yeah.
to explain why your underpants look so damp. And so I've partnered up with DreamWorks Animation for new Shrek themed underpants.
Right.
They're green, of course, and then on the back there's a picture of Shrek's angry face, and he's yelling, "What are you doing in my swamp ass?" And I hope that everybody checks those out.
That's pretty good. I'd wear them.
Thanks.
Not today.
Great.
I must say, I already just resenting us recorded the podcast because I had to put clothes on for it. I have
Yep, me
not been wearing
too.
clothes most of the day, and it's been
Yeah.
slightly better. It's still not great.
Yeah, it doesn't really make much of a difference, but
It's something.
it's something.
And I just to poor foresight, because I'm not wrong, right? This wasn't pre-planned. The weather, it wasn't supposed to be this hot this weekend. I swear, like 2 days ago, I looked and it said it was going to be mid 80s.
Yeah.
It sprung it on me.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Anyway, my girlfriend and I promised that we would go up and stain the walls stain treat the walls of her parents' cabin, and it's going to be about 100 degrees out there with fumes.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
made a
good.
mistake. Should be fun, but hot. And
Yeah, I
on,
might have to go to the movie theater every day this weekend just to get into a cold,
there ain't even that many
air
new
conditioned
movies.
space.
You're gonna
I
have to
know.
rewatch stuff. Number
I
one,
know.
right?
That's
Let's
the
go out on
problem.
your number one go. Like what in theaters right now? What is the movie you would rewatch first? Number one.
Oh, that's a good question. Let me
Thank
pull up
you.
the show
'Cause I haven't seen
times.
any of them, and I gotta do that at some point. Maybe
Okay,
tonight.
so the theater that I like to go to,
Yeah.
the films that are playing this weekend are Spider-Man No Way Home,
Really?
re-released with bonus content or something. I'm not sure
Oh,
what
good.
the bonus
A
content is.
fourth Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the Miles Morales animated one in there now.
Yeah.
The Invitation, which is
Sure.
Natalie Emmanuel gets invited to have a bad time at some English
Yeah.
mansion. Bullet Train, which I have seen. Top Gun Maverick, which I'm going to see because I have not seen. Dragon Ball Super, superhero.
Hey, double super.
DC League of Super Pets, which I have seen. Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul.
Yeah.
3,000 Years of Longing. Minions, The Rise of Gru. Oh, it'd be pretty rough to dress up in a suit to go see Minions this weekend. Thor, Love and Thunder. Gigi and Nate, a movie I've never heard of in my life. Jaws has been re-released.
Oh, good.
Nope. Breaking. Elvis. Orphan First Kill. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Jurassic World Dominion. And Easter Sunday.
Wow.
I would rewatch. Well, so I am interested in seeing Top Gun Maverick and Breaking. Those are the two. Like, that's two right off the bat. Cross them off.
Breaking.
I had never heard of it until I saw I see Beast last time I went to the theater, and it's like John Boyega like robs a bank. Is the premise with a performance by the late great Michael K. Williams.
Nice.
Anyway, so I would watch those two. I honestly, I mean, maybe I'll rewatch Spider-Man No Way Home. That's a fun.
There you go.
A fun time.
Yeah. All right. Good answer.
I guess that's what I would. Of the ones I've seen, either that or Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is what I would rewatch.
You heard the man. Get out to the theaters and go see Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah. Try to stay away from the internet. You don't want anything spoiled.
And when it's this hot out, you know what we really need is a movie that's going to make us want to stay out of the water.
Yeah.
Jaws! All right. By all right, I mean okay.
Okay.
And by okay, I mean okay.
Seek.
Bye.
Goodbye.